from President Trump addressing the nation from the White House after those unprecedented strikes against Iran's nuclear enrichment sites.
3 bombs, 30,000 pounds each. No warning, no trace. On a quiet night, Iran's most guarded nuclear sites were hit, without a single alarm going off. They call it Operation Midnight Hammer, and it may be the most silent act of warfare in modern history. It started with a whisper. 2 B-2 Spirit stealth bombers rolling out of Whiteman Air Force Base, Missouri. These aren't just bombers, they're flying shadows, invisible to radar, each one built to cross entire oceans without being seen. The B-2 Spirit is a flying wing, an engineering marvel with radar-absorbent skin, low thermal signature, and almost no radar cross-section. Only 21 were ever built. Each costs over $2 billion. Its range, over 6,000 nautical miles unrefueled. With air refueling, it can stay airborne for 40-plus hours. Inside the bomb bays, the GBU 57A/B Massive Ordnance Penetrator, nicknamed the MOP. This isn't your typical bomb. It's a precision-guided monster, 13.5 meters long, weighing over 30,000 pounds, 13,600 kilograms. Inside, over 5,300 pounds, 2,400 kilograms of high explosive. But what makes it deadly isn't just the boom, it's the speed and density. The MOP can penetrate 60 meters of reinforced concrete or over 200 feet of earth before exploding. It's GPS-guided, satellite-synced, and dropped from over 40,000 feet. The bomb accelerates as it falls, punching through bunker layers before the delayed fuse triggers the explosion deep inside the target. And it was built for one reason: hardened high-value targets like Iranian nuclear sites. But before the B-2s arrived, the path needed clearing. Poised beneath the surface of the Persian Gulf, the USS Georgia lay in wait. Originally a ballistic missile submarine, the Ohio-class vessel was converted into a guided missile submarine, now carrying up to 154 Tomahawk cruise missiles, with an on-version cost of $700 million. On command, a volley of Tomahawks launched into the night sky. Their targets: radar installations, mobile SAM units, and any known F-14 Tomcats parked at Iranian airfields. These aging jets, though old, still posed a threat if scrambled. The strikes weren't just tactical, they were strategic. The Tomahawks blinded Iranian air defenses, cut communication lines, and wiped out launch batteries. It was a silent first punch, and Iran never saw it coming. Meanwhile, thousands of feet above, the B-2 Spirits were slicing through international airspace. They passed through quiet corridors of the Atlantic, avoiding radar by design and planning. Multiple refueling points were arranged in advance. KC-135 Stratotankers, a ballet in the sky. Pilots flying 150-ton bombers just meters from fuel booms at 500 miles per hour. But they weren't alone. Escort aircraft flew ahead and alongside, though never close enough to betray the bomber's stealth. F-22 Raptors, with supercruise capability and the world's most advanced radar, provided air dominance. F-35s operating in passive sensor mode detected threats and passed encrypted targeting data. The EA-18G Growlers, jamming systems lit up, scrambled Iranian radar across wide bands. This wasn't an airstrike. It was a coordinated aerial invasion. Quiet, invisible, unstoppable. At 1739 hours local time, the B-2s opened their bomb bay doors. From 45,000 feet, the GBU-57s were released. Within seconds, they reached speeds approaching Mach 1.8. The bombs didn't explode on contact. They slammed into the earth, drilling deep into the bedrock. Only then, once inside the belly of Iran's nuclear core, did the detonators activate. The shockwaves were subterranean. Surface buildings barely moved. But underground, the damage was catastrophic. Iran stayed silent, but open-source intelligence didn't. Within hours, satellite images showed new structural deformations at Natanz and Isfahan, heat blooms, dust plumes, and ground vibrations consistent with high-penetration ordnance. The IAEA noted that uranium previously declared at Isfahan and Natanz was no longer traceable. Iran never admitted the strike, but their enrichment pace slowed, and Western intelligence flagged unusual truck convoys relocating sensitive equipment weeks before the strike. Did Iran know it was coming? Or was it just a lucky preemptive move? We may never know. Despite the surgical strike, Iran's nuclear capability wasn't fully dismantled. Enrichment levels dipped, but only temporarily. Analysts suggest key components were relocated or rapidly replaced. Centrifuge halls were rebuilt. Satellite photos 6 months later showed new tunnel construction near Fordow. Most alarming of all, the enriched uranium stockpile wasn't destroyed. Some reports estimate over 400 kilograms of 60% uranium may have been stored off-site. Enough, in theory, for multiple warheads if further enriched. Operation Midnight Hammer struck hard. It was silent, swift, and largely successful in its execution. But it wasn't enough. The precision strike delayed Iran's nuclear program, but didn't eliminate it. The resilience of their infrastructure and the quiet movement of enriched materials mean the threat still lingers, and some now wonder, did US leadership underestimate Iran's preparedness? The bombs fell. The silence returned. But beneath the surface, both literally and politically, the pressure continues to build.